Welcome to Factorio Space Exploration. My name is Nilaus, and this is episode 58 of our recap of the stream. So, stream recap 58. There will be 3 more streams, so we're going to end up at 61 streams in total, about 4 hours each. So that's quite a monumental task. So 3 more streams left. This is the 4th last one. So what is our big goal? Of course, is to maybe eventually complete this deep space science pack. This is what all of this is just working towards, and that's where we are. But first, let's have a look back on Nauis, where we did have a look, and that one is unfortunately still an issue. I'm just gonna cheat a bit and do that. Oops. All right, so we ran out at the previous episode. We ran out of iron quite hard, so I had to expand out here. This took about 2 hours to expand. So with that, I'm actually really happy that we could. I cleared out the biters in advance, so going from a wall here to a wall there and a wall there took a couple of hours, including hooking up these 2 locations. These are now working as fast as they possibly can, just to make sure that they push out as much as possible, so we will not run out of iron anytime soon. That's another, 36 million captured, and also some copper. If we should get into trouble with the copper, we might actually get into trouble with copper. Then I can take this way and then deconstruct this, get the copper up here. Yeah, we can definitely do that for sure. So we can also get more copper. We still have this one, so if we start getting copper issues in the next couple of episodes, we can easily tap more without any further expansion. But there will be no further expansion in space. I think we've gotten a decent size base here, and I like the way that we sort of push it out here. It works really well, and I think we're going to do that some other time as well. So that was basically what we did here. It took about half the time. Easy to explain. And then we are back in orbit over Nauis. This is the only other thing we're working on. And what we're working on here was just... so there was a new update of space exploration, which upgraded the speed of many of these machines, and that has helped a lot. So all of this is no longer at ratio, but it's producing too much. Some of these things are not tweaked and tuned because this one's running out because it's lacking biomass, and that's the reason it's lacking biomass, is because it only can get biomass from here, and this one can only get it when this one is moving. The biomass is moving, and it's never moving because I'm simply getting too much. I hope, think, maybe believe that we can get more if we have more consumption of the basic biomass. Actually, I think it's actually, this is one of the issues, since the ratios have been skewed now, that we're way overproducing the biomass. That's why I've cut them off here, here, here. 3/4 of them I've cut off. This one is working, and it's going up and down, but this one going down here should really not be going anywhere, because we need to make sure that the stuff coming in that one takes precedent over it, so that when there's a draw here, it will it'll pull from the right ones. Now what we also have is this one. So start from did we have this last time? No, we didn't. I think we were building... This was the first thing we built. The experimental biochemical data. Also something we need quite a lot of. It's working, but it's not working so well. I need to figure out a better way to do it. The key issue here is, as I said, the biomass is blocking it. The biomass is blocking the output of of experimental biomass, and therefore the experimental biomass is not working, and it's actually right here. So if I could only do something like this, it's just a short stop here. There. Which means this one will now start moving. I mean, and there it is. It just sent out a tiny bit, but that's it. Can I also do it for the other ones? Yes, I can. That one. here. Oh, we have a lot of these. There we go. That's not gonna do much, but it will help a tiny bit. And we have stuff moving again. This one, for example, is just cranking away. This one's used in higher quantity. The reason why what it's used for is, I can't remember. Oh yeah, it's used for the significant biomass. That's why we need such a high quantity. And some of these are just really easy. Once you have the biomass, it's really easy to make these. Just like really small, just a single machine for each, which is the ironic part. And then go in here. We are missing the biospectral. That's odd. That's that one. You're just not fast enough. One, two, three. It is actually fast enough. Whatever. So this one's going in here. Building, building, building. Moving on. We are now having the significant data. This is pretty simple to make. The thing is, it produces a lot of, or it recycles 7 out of 10 of the experimental biomass. So that goes back in. So we only have to, yeah, it's actually 3 biomass, 3 experimental for 2 significant. That's not so bad once we have the whole thing flowing. And we go on here. This one's working. And here we just pushed it just a bit, because then it's actually only these 2. Because when we look at this recipe, that one we had to create for the experimental biomass, and that one we had to do for the significant biomass. So once we have those 2, it's actually only the other 2, the biocombustion and the biomechanical resistance. Once we have that, ta-da, we actually have tier 2, which is being picked up and used for science now. And also continues onwards on the belt. So that means, what are we missing? We are missing this one. So that means these 4 things. Bioelectric is something we need in higher quantity, also with a storage, because we're going to pull this out for a number of different things. For the advanced neural gel and for the supercomputer. So we are going to pull that out into a storage chest. That one is, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 items. And 1, 2, 3, 4 items. So that's 8 of these weird items we still have to go. Once you got that, we need to make the significant data. The advanced neural gel, actually we need to make the advanced neural gel before that. So we get the advanced neural gel, and then lo and behold, we will actually be able to start making this one. What do you know? And it can only be done in a space manufacturer with a speed 10. So yeah, I'm not going to be saturating this one. It took 6 seconds that one, but I can only craft one of these crafts every 1 minute. So I think that next time we can probably maybe at the end actually have our first deep science, and then we have 2 more episodes where we can tweak and tune and actually do something with it. My goal is to launch the spaceship, my battle cruiser, and that requires all of this research, which is silly, and all this research. So that's 2,000 deep science pack, and I want to launch this one and nuke, and now is from orbit. So that's that would be very nice. Those are the 2 goals I have, but I am going to end it after 3 more sessions no matter what. So with that, I think we're going to wrap it up. I think we made good progress, both in terms of feeding our logistics inside and also on continuing the tech side, the science. So 2 more or 8 more sort of these weird components, and then we should have all the parts we need. Then we also need to spend a lot of time going back and figure out the bottlenecks, tweaking, tuning, that kind of thing. That's also going to be really interesting. At least that's what I find interesting, when you have a big logistical setup and then trying to figure out where the bottlenecks are. Cool. So thank you for joining. I hope to see you in the next stream. Remember, just 3 more to go, and then we'll start something else. Until next time, stay effective.